Posted by you, No Dirt 6830. Ex-wife and I slept together. Hey guys. Long post, but the details are important. My ex, 47F, and I, 45M, have been divorced for 3 years and have 2 sons, Wyatt and Jack. Our split was mainly due to our kids and the different parenting styles. My ex is a genius. She's a PhD and a research scientist while I'm an analyst. She grew up with colder parents who instilled strict routine and discipline to be successful, while I grew up with a very close relationship to my parents who encouraged forming my own path in life. These two backgrounds came head to head when it came to our own kids, especially when they started school. My ex wanted them completely focused on academics, while I wanted them to live a little and let them enjoy being kids and have them figure things out on their own a little. After months of fighting, we decided that it wasn't going to work. Our split was amicable, and she actually paid way more child support than she had to, but insisted on it. We even spend Christmas and birthdays all together for the sake of our kids. Our sons primarily live with me by their own choice, and while my ex does see them about once a week, my kids are teenagers now, and sometimes they want the weekends to themselves. My older one, Wyatt, has said to me that sometimes he feels like it's my ex's own fault because of how hard she was on them. I try to remind them that she's still their mother and she was doing what she believed was best, and at the very least he owes her respect. This brings us to a few days ago. Since both kids are on break, my ex tries to stop by on the weekdays to try and see them more. She stopped by, but both kids were out with friends for the evening. She had come all the way, so I invited her in for a drink. We were just chatting and eventually we started looking at old baby photos of our kids. We had a lot of laughs until we got to one picture. It was a picture of when my sons were 6 and 2 and I had them both up on each shoulder and the three of us were laughing. My ex just started sobbing out of nowhere and started apologizing to me for everything. I was really confused, but I hugged her and told her that she only did what she thought was best and that she shouldn't apologize for trying to be an involved parent. We stayed there for a while, but neither of us wanted to let go. Eventually she looked up at me and her look reminded me of when we were dating. We started kissing and things escalated. It was like the 12 years of our marriage came flooding back, and during, my ex kept tearing up and telling me she loved me. She quickly left before our kids could come back and we've been silent until today. I got a text from my ex asking if we could meet up alone to talk. What the fuck do I do here, guys? On one end both my ex and I still care each other, but on the other this whole thing could be a huge shock to not only our kids, but the rest of our families as well. TLDR. Ex-wife and I had an amicable divorce 3 years ago. Slept together and now she wants to talk. Now on to some comments before the update. Posted by Regular Bat 4449. Go talk, go out to dinner. Go slow. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Posted by The Salt Rose. I do hope you update it. In my opinion, as the kids are pretty much raised, and there were no abusive actions in the divorce and you both still obviously have feelings for each other, I don't think it would be detrimental to at least give it a shot. Assuming the talk goes well. If the kids are having trouble, I think family therapy would be a good idea as well. Avina Landon responded with, my thoughts exactly. At this point, your kids are almost self-sufficient. So, I'm not sure how much disciplining and setting the rules is required. And they are at the age where it'd be difficult to make them do something that they don't want to do anyway. Smiley face. This is really between your ex and you. It sounds like she still has feelings for you and regrets missing out on being in the kids' lives. So, give it some thoughts and see which way you want to go. If you are both in agreement, then there's no harm in starting to spend more time together, if that's what you both want. Regarding the kids, you can have a couple of sessions with the 4 of you with a counselor and sign up the kids for individual counseling as well. This will help them process their thoughts on this subject. As for the rest of your families and friends, to be blunt, why do you care? They may be shocked, but they'll get over it eventually. Verda Tall responded with, they should start off dating though. Don't move too fast. Treat it like a new relationship. Now onto the update. Hi everyone. I know it's been a little bit, but I have an update to my last post. First of all, thank you to everyone. Your guys gave some great advice and really helped me prepare for the conversation with my ex. I met up with my ex 2 days after getting the text from her. I went over to her apartment, and we had a great talk. About a year after the divorce, my ex actually went to see a therapist to sort of get an understanding of where her life was. As she kept going and discussing things from her childhood, she realized she was doing the same things to our kids that her parents did to her. Things that ultimately made her resent her parents, which was why she was actually closer to my mom than her own. She teared up a bit and told me she never stopped loving me and that regardless of what a document says, I would always be her husband. My ex admitted that on the night the incident happened, she knew the boys would be out and she wanted to spend some time with me alone. When we started looking at old pictures, she got overwhelmed. She told me how much she missed me and would do anything it took to make it up and at the very least be partners again. I told her that I always cared about her and that I missed her too and that I still felt something for her. At the end of the evening, we both came to terms that we still loved each other and would give it another shot. The terms were that we take it slow and regularly attend couple counseling as well as to not to tell the kids yet. Since then, we have been spending almost every day together and we actually had our first counseling session. It went pretty well even after everything that happened and my ex and I were really able to establish the grounds of our new, old relationship. We are going to be going to more sessions, but it's a good start. I actually hosted a family dinner a couple nights ago. While our boys still don't know about us, I made the excuse that it would be good for the four of us to have a meal together. And honestly, my wife really has changed. She was more open with the kids and was more interested in hearing about things like sports, hanging out with friends, and hobbies. My kids responded really well, and for the first time in a while our sons were enthusiastically engaging and connecting with their mom. She also planned a trip to the zoo for the four of us like we used to do when the boys were young. I think my older one got a little suspicious and rolled with it, but the fact that we have co-parented so well has been a great cover. Things are good now and I think deep down neither of us truly fell out of love and I think we would have eventually found our way back to each other regardless of what happened that night. Thank you, guys, again for all your kind words and support. Now on to some comments. Posted by Jakenaround. This is excellent. Good for you guys. Take it slow and follow your gut, heart. Good luck. Posted by ThrowRA 1,234,568. A rare happy ending on this subreddit. Nice. Vet Trader responded with, I know right? That really lightened up my day. Out a smile on my face. Posted by VictorOg19. Dude, I'm so happy for you. It's not going to be easy, but you guys have a real shot at this. Posted by Rage Against Yoda. I think that 99% of the time, getting back together doesn't work. 0.5% as when a logistic issue has been resolved, such as distance, work schedule, cutting out meddling friends or family members, etc. The other 0.5% is rarer because yes, people do change through their lives. But to change core ideals on a fundamental level is hard and rare. Usually, things are great for a while until you discover you're the same people with the same dynamic and the same issues. Your wife, however, sounds like she might be one of the rare ones. It's been years, not an overnight, nebulous, I'll do better. She's done real work on herself, independent from the relationship. Another thing that happens often is when someone does genuinely change, the other person has moved on. They may still think fondly of the relationship, but their feelings for the person have faded. The fact that that hasn't happened for either of you speaks volumes. You're doing everything right, reconnecting slowly, spending real quality time together, not getting the kids' hopes up, or dashing them, getting counseling. One thing I would recommend eventually, if you do decide to fully recommit to one another, is family therapy. It sounds like her relationship with the kids was really distant, authoritative, and strained. While they're older now, they'll still have complex feelings and getting therapy as a family can help you navigate those. I like puns too, responded with. Agree with everything you said. Posted by Ecstatic AD 5636. You actually put a smile on my face op. I know we're just internet strangers, but you do catch a little something for others on here. Man, I'm happy for you guys. You gave me a little more faith in the human race. Thank you for that. Bless your hearts. All the best to you and your family. Update us from time to time. Posted by OneTime81. In my marriage we both walked away at one point and after being separated for an amount of time, came back together and decided to work it out. At this point V2.0 has been years longer than V1.0. Let me add, honesty. 100,000% you two have to devote yourselves to honesty. Especially if you are scared of the answers. If trust is like a bone, it can heal, but breaks heal faster than fractures. Or a razor is safer than a dull knife. Pick your personal favorite analog. For us, we started to grow our relationship as a three-sided thing. Me, her, us. Each have their own needs. What fills her life bar is also applied to the us bar, and vice versa. So her winning is us winning, therefore me winning. I don't know how to describe in words how to foster supportive relationships better than that, but you need that. When in doubt, fall towards the other person, not away. That's why trust is foundational above reproach. In addition to counseling, as you two are slowly gearing back up to a new normal, it'll be easiest to revert to old ways during times of struggle. It will be difficult to apply new strategies under duress, but not impossible. Just acknowledge this and try to remember in situ. Catch each other when you stumble and remember the deadliest thing to a relationship is giving up on trying. Never acquiesce to the unhappiness. Best wishes, Godspeed and good luck.